Why people aren't buying your The possibilities why are endless, and I'm gonna give you just 5 reasons or 5 possibilities why people are not purchasing from you. Now, these are tactics that I see every day and they drive me crazy. I see them from young entrepreneurs, old entrepreneurs, and anybody in between. I'm trying to help you out, so hear me out. Number 1 on the list is you're too freaking salesy. The best marketing doesn't feel like marketing at all. Now, call to actions are necessary, but if your entire messaging is centered around pressuring people to buy from you, you're doing it wrong. You have to ask yourself, are you truly balancing your marketing jabs with your marketing hooks? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to check out Gary Vee's video. I'm gonna link it down below. But basically, if you're posting back-to-back 20 posts on social media about your product, and you're not giving any value, you're basically a high-pressured salesman and nobody likes you. I'm sorry, no one likes you. Millennials hate being sold to, but they account for 200 billion of purchasing power in today's market. So you better learn how to talk to them. Instead of shoving your products down people's throats, you need to focus on building likeness and trust. Because the reality is, people purchase what they desire and what they need from people they know, like, and trust. Not somebody who's holding a gun to their head or spamming them to death. What's going to happen is people are going to avoid you because every time they see you, they feel like they're in a high-pressured sales pitch. Show your value, build the relationship, and then go in for the sale, in that order. The next one on the list just baffles me because I don't know why it still happens. Have you ever been invited to a mystery meeting by an old friend and then you go because you're like really excited that that person wants to hang out with you, and it is a long-winded sales pitch of something you're not interested in at all, and you feel betrayed? I know this has happened to me, so it's definitely a fear of mine, and it's a fear for a lot of people as well. Mystery selling does not reel anybody in. All it does is destroy trust. No honorable business person employs these tactics, and I think the smart, savvy consumer knows this. Instead of being shady, make it transparent what you stand for and what you're trying to sell out the gate. Number 3, my favorite. Your branding and your messaging sucks. Brands are not something that are born overnight. They're thoughtfully curated to specifically speak to the consumer that you're trying to reach. Branding is much more than a logo and a bunch of colors. It's your entire company identity. It's how people think or feel when they think of you. You want to take your brand seriously and invest in creating a brand that's solid, from the graphic design, from the imagery, from the messaging, and everything in between. And then you want to commit to that voice. I've written copy for a couple of fashion and beauty brands over my career, and even though they're all in the same kind of category, they all took a different approach, and that differentiating factor is what is their unique voice. So things like janky graphics that you made on Canva or Paint and product photos you took on your cell phone, they're not going to cut it if you're looking to reach a larger audience outside of your mom's friends. You need to brand hard if you want to expand. Next one on the list, having no marketing strategy in place whatsoever. My God. Now, marketing does have a little bit of experimentation in it. You're going to try different tactics, but if you're going in blindly with no strategy whatsoever, you're setting yourself up to fail. If you don't have a marketing strategy in place, you're going to be susceptible to things like ineffective tracking, budget issues, and even low conversions. So don't skip this step. This is the difference between a company that has a booming month in June and then the next month they make no sales at all because they were unable to track it. Last and final blunder that blows my mind is when people ask and have nothing to give back. These are the people who wait until they need something to start networking. If you've ever got a GoFundMe link from somebody you haven't spoken to since elementary school, it's a bit of a turnoff. The same applies in business. You do not want to be that person that only reaches out when they need help, and you don't want to be that person that's always asking for things and doesn't have anything to give in return. For me, I made it a priority. So like, if I'm ever going to ask somebody for a favor, I have something that I can give them back. Because if you don't, people end up feeling used, and this destroys likeness. So you've probably heard me say no, like, and trust 100 times in this video, and there's good reason for that, because one of those 3 things is why people aren't buying your shit. So let's start with no. Do people actually recognize your brand? Are you doing everything you can to be visible? And after that is likeness. Are you doing something of value? Are you giving your consumer something that they appreciate and can relate to? And lastly is trust. You have to show your consumer and your potential consumers why your product works, why it's valuable, so they can trust you and you can build your reputation. I hope that answers your question for why people aren't buying your shit. If you have any more questions, just let me know in the comment section below. Like, comment, and share, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys later. Bye.